2020 sucked, so you want to start a YouTube channel and be your own boss. Okay, well, you come to the right place, because in this video I'm going to show you the steps you need to take to start a successful YouTube channel in 2021. So my name is Cairo. This is my $1 Million Hustle Challenge. Over the next 3 years, I'm going to be taking my net worth to over $1 million, and I'm going to be sharing all the ups and downs along the way. So crush the like button if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of. You want to build a boss YouTube channel as well. Let's get into the video. Now, step one when creating a new YouTube channel in 2021 is to pick a profitable niche. Now, I've already made a video. I'll link it up in the cards as well as in the description, going into more detail about the highest CPMs. And that stands for cost per mil or cost per milli. And that's basically how much advertisers are willing to pay per 1,000 views. So I've made that video. I'll link to it down in the description. It gives some examples about the different niches, but in general, the three biggest categories that the sub niches fall into that make the most money are health, wealth, and relationships. But AdSense is not the only way that you can monetize a YouTube channel. Now, to get monetized with ads being played on your videos, you first need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. However, with some of the other methods of monetization, you can start monetizing your channel from much earlier. So when picking a niche, it's a good idea to have an end goal in mind. How do you plan to monetize your channel down the line? Is it just going to be relying on YouTube ads, or are you going to have other methods of monetization? So YouTube AdSense is just one of the ways to monetize a channel, and for many of the bigger YouTubers, it is by far the least profitable way that they are monetizing theirs. Logan Paul, for example, makes way more money selling his merch and selling his event tickets than he does through AdSense. The same goes for Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast is getting millions and millions of views, but he likely has a lower CPM than some other channels, some other finance channels like Graham Stephan. Now, whilst a finance channel like Graham Stephan might have a higher CPM than someone like Mr. Beast is making so much money on his merch sales, it probably dwarfs what Graham is making in a year from YouTube in total. So other ways to make money from your channel other than AdSense includes affiliate marketing, includes brand deals, includes your own merch and your own products, as well as like your own online courses. Now, with all that being said, it's still really important to focus on a niche that you are passionate about or that you are interested in, because otherwise you are likely to burn out. It's going to be difficult for you to make videos day in, day out if you are not passionate in what you're doing. Step number 2, and that is to focus on search-based topics. So YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, and your YouTube videos also show up on the biggest search engine in the world, namely Google, because Google owns YouTube. Now, the majority of people watching videos on YouTube are there for utility purposes. So that presents smaller channels a fantastic opportunity to get views, because all you need to do is create videos that people might be searching for. To help with this, you can use a free tool called TubeBuddy or another one called VidIQ. I'll pop links to those down in the description. And then if you want to get a little more ninja with these, you can upgrade to the paid versions if you want. The free versions are totally good enough to get started with. And I'll also put a link in the description to a video I made about how to use TubeBuddy in more detail to come up with video ideas, and more importantly, come up with video ideas that you as a small creator can rank for. Whew. Step number 3, and that is to be consistent and don't make excuses. In the words of that popular shoe brand, just do it. You don't need the best camera to get started. You don't need the best lighting setup to get started. Do you have a smartphone? Then you're golden. All you need to start making YouTube videos is your smartphone and a window. You can face the window, get that sweet natural daylight to light up your face, and you're good to go. Just make sure that your content is interesting, entertaining, or solves a problem. And I would say start with 1 video a week. Then you can see if your schedule allows you to increase that to 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week. But there are still lots of big YouTubers who only make 1 video a week. Either way, it really helps to batch tasks in order to save time. Now, what does that mean? That might mean that on one day you do all your video idea planning. On another day, you might do your outlines or write your scripts. The next day you might do a bunch of filming, and then the next day you might do a lot of editing, and that will save you a whole bunch of time overall, something I'm trying to get better at myself as well. Now pick an upload day and an upload time, and the goal is to have your video finished and uploaded at least one day before you plan to premiere it. I'm struggling with this at the moment as well, as I'm trying to do 4 videos a week across my channels, so it's better to start with one and get your process nailed down before increasing your amount of output. You don't want to be like me, where you're frantically trying to export a video a few hours before you're meant to upload it, and then your computer crashes and you're like, FML. Public service announcement. Don't underestimate how long it takes to make a YouTube video. Don't be discouraged by this, but it takes time. You're gonna have to figure out how to edit. You're gonna have to figure out how to film, figure out how to script write, figure out all these things. It is a massive learning curve, but the rewards are endless. I mean, even with this video, I have to hustle to finish filming it, get it edited, get it uploaded all within the next few hours, just so I can stay consistent with my upload schedule. Step number 4, and that is to not let the numbers get you down. Like I said, at first there's a huge learning curve, and videos might not get very many views at all. But you can use the YouTube Studio Analytics to check things like your reach, like your click-through rate, to see where your views are coming from, to see whether you are ranking in search, and to see where people are dropping off in your videos. And you can use this to diagnose problems that might exist in your content, that might exist in your thumbnail or in your title. Now, it's important to use the analytics to your advantage, but not be discouraged by the numbers. Most YouTube gurus say it takes at least 30 videos, up to 100 videos, before you start getting into the swing of things and before YouTube starts to recognize your channel. YouTube is an algorithm, so you might post a video and it might get hardly any views for the first couple of days. Then the algorithm might kick in and it starts pushing it out to people. And if the thumbnail's good and if the title's good, it might get a really good click-through rate, and then that video could soar. And if it's ranking in search, it can get views for years to come. Step number 5, and that is to fail forward. Now, failing forward is becoming quite a popular business idea, and that just basically means to learn from your mistakes and get incrementally better every day with every new video upload. You will also be constantly reinvesting back into your channel. Now, you don't need to go to the extremes like Mr. Beast, where he's reinvesting millions back into his channel with every new video, but you might want to upgrade your equipment at some point. You might want to get better at editing, do some kind of online course. I learned pretty much everything I know about Premiere Pro editing through a course on Skillshare. I did the free trial with Skillshare. I did Jordy from Cinecom's courses on Premiere Pro, and it really helped me out a lot. Made my editing time much smoother. It still takes me ages, but it's much quicker than at the beginning, I promise you that. So I'm not sponsored by Skillshare. I wish, because then I'd probably be a bigger channel and be getting a good amount for the brand deal, but I will pop an affiliate link down to Skillshare in the description so you can get started with a free trial. I strongly recommend, if you're using editing like Premiere Pro, then do Jordy from Cinecom's Premiere Pro courses. They are very, very good. Now, you can also learn from other channels' wins and losses. So in this video, I've taught you about some of my wins and some of my losses, and hopefully you've learned something from that. But that's why it's a good idea to follow other channels in your niche and see how they're doing well, what could be improved on, what's not so good, and incorporate that stuff when you're making your new videos. If you're still with me, let me know by writing YouTube Hustle down in the comments. And speaking about YouTube Hustle, I strongly recommend you get the book YouTube Secrets. Those guys who wrote that book, they have millions of subscribers between them, and the book has loads of practical tips on how to start a YouTube channel. Now, make sure you crush the like button and subscribe to join me on my $1 Million Hustle Challenge. You can watch my How to Grow on YouTube playlist over here, and you can watch my other side hustle videos over here. I'll see you in the next one. Let's hustle together.